Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
If you're planning on getting a new driver's license, renew your license, or get a star on your ID, you had better plan ahead. The North Dakota DOT tells us it's catching up from the busy summer months and swamped with those real IDs.
In fact, one man called our whistleblower hotline trying to get a driver's license test for his daughter and was told it would be a 6-month wait. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer investigated to find out how others are avoiding the frustration.
I thought I'd be here till 4:45 when they close.
A pleasant surprise for Shayla Davis. She stopped at the North Dakota DOT's driver's license office in Fargo today to get her license renewed. She tells us she was ready for a long wait, but that wasn't the case.
I probably waited about a half hour, 45 minutes.
And same goes for Andrew Fritz. He stopped in to change his address.
My first time I changed it, it was an hour and 15 minutes, and this time it was a half an hour.
But not everyone has been so lucky when it comes to getting in and getting stuff done. In fact, officials with the DOT tell us they're facing a major backup right now for people wanting to sign up to take their driver's license road tests. To give you an idea of how long, the earliest they're scheduling appointments for that in Fargo is March.
Is this normal throughout the state right now, or what's with the delay?
Yeah, right now we're experiencing high volumes.
The director of the driver's license department with the DOT, Brad Schaefer, tells us the reason for the delays is because they're still catching up from the summer months. That's a busy time for teens looking to take their driving tests. On top of that, people are flooding in, getting ahead on their real IDs that will soon be required. And while the long wait to get in might be annoying, Schaefer tells us they're doing everything they can.
We are offering overtime, so we are running appointments at like 6 in the morning, after hours, late into the evenings.
As for Davis, she'll be back in the next couple months to get her real ID. But one thing's for sure, she doesn't wish to be 16 again.
I'm so glad I'm not of the age that I have to get a driver's license.
And if you're thinking about just going to a different DOT office in the state, Schaefer tells us the wait times are pretty much the same everywhere you go. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
Looking to get ahead of the wait? Well, officials with the DOT tell us there are some driving schools in North Dakota that have a test waiver program. That waiver is then brought into one of the DOT offices. As mentioned, this story came to us through the whistleblower hotline. That number is 701-237-6576. If you call and leave your tip, a member of our investigative team will go to work to expose the truth.
New at 10, police in Wahpeton are looking for a missing 50-year-old man. Authorities tell us Keith Pfeiffer was last seen Sunday in the Wahpeton area. Anyone with information on his whereabouts can contact police, 642-7722. Also, West Fargo police need your help identifying the people and the car on your screen right now. If you have any information, call them, 433-5333.
We have new information tonight. One man is now behind bars following a record-breaking bust targeting vaping cartridges in Minnesota. Investigators confiscating 75,000 THC vaping cartridges north of Minneapolis on Monday. THC is the compound in marijuana that gives the drug its high. The cartridges are believed to have come from out of state.
The search continues for a stolen boat out of Wadena County. Authorities posted this picture to their Facebook page. It's a 1995 Lund Pro V tournament series with a Mercury outboard motor. It was last seen at the intersection of Wadena County Roads 9 and 26 Monday afternoon. If you have any information, you can call Wadena Police at 218-631-7600.
Police are warning Grand Forks residents to be on guard after more than 36 thefts in the last week, many of them thefts from vehicles.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly talked with 2 victims who hope others learn from their mistakes.
I had been locking it all week because everyone was saying like they were getting their vehicles broken into. And the one night that I didn't, all 4 of our vehicles, so my truck, my neighbor's 3 cars, have gotten broken into.
It's a mistake that Haley Wood said she won't make twice.
Passenger door was like kind of open, like you could tell they didn't want to slam it shut. And I asked my husband, oh, did you leave this open? He said no. And then the glove compartment was open and I knew like, oh, someone broke into our truck.
She says she is just glad nothing of value was taken. Wood's neighbor, on the other hand, had a knife stolen from one of his 3 cars the thieves rummaged through.
When I opened up the door to the vehicle, Everything that was inside my middle compartment was on my passenger seat. I just gotta say that it sucks, it just feels violated, and it sucks that it's happening here.
Both Wood and Granette say they thought their neighborhood was safe, but now they just hope other people lock their doors and make sure anything you wouldn't want to lose is out of your vehicle.
They need to be more watchful, and that Grand Forks, isn't as safe as it used to be. Gotta make sure you lock the doors.
Lieutenant Derek Zimmel agrees in that people need to be more proactive.
Ensuring windows are rolled up, ensuring vehicle doors are locked, sunroofs are closed, hiding valuables, not leaving a cell phone or a purse or a wallet.
Police say taking your valuables each and every time you leave your vehicle isn't just important to help deter thieves, it also helps protect you, because if they do break in, they have nothing to steal. In Grand Forks, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Police have released a map to show where the thefts took place, along with tips to protect yourself. We posted that on valleynewslive.com.
Several Fargo residents in Timber Creek are upset with a proposed rezoning of their development. At stake are 7 lots that would be changed to 14 lots. In a meeting moderated by Fargo's planning coordinator, residents told the developer he shouldn't make the change simply to make more money. The developer said buyers are trending toward smaller homes.
The fact of the matter is not everyone wants an 80-foot or 100-foot or 75-foot, whatever the case may be, lot. It's really kind of about also smart growth. We have infrastructure here. We have certain politicians that are really pushing you in for some level of infill.
People living at Timber Creek say that the changes will add parking and traffic while decreasing the value of their homes. A vote on the zone change could come as early as October 1st.
Scammers are at it again, so think twice if you get a call from a number you don't know.
If the person says that they're with the IRS, don't give out personal information. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard explains.
We are calling you from investigation team of IRS.
Many of you have heard that before, and how about this?
You will be taken under custody by the local cop.
Either way, the messages can grab your attention. Paul Yarber of Moorhead gets called all the time.
Honestly, 3 or 4 of them a day.
Police say these IRS scammers are now getting into your mailbox. Here's a great example of a letter that appears to be from the government. There's some small differences highlighted on the letter.
Looks legit? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who would know any better?
Pretty disgusting that people would do stuff like this. So.
And these letters are being spotted in the valley.
Yeah, my dad got one that was like keeping track on population, something like that, kind of like a town survey, and he did some calls and found out it was a scam.
Police are asking you to be skeptical if you get something like this in the mail. They say to get a second opinion or go to your local police department. In Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Now, the IRS does send letters to taxpayers, but there are also some ways to spot a legitimate IRS letter from a fake one. To learn how, visit our website, valleynewslive.com.
A Minnesota woman is hoping you can help send up to 140 veterans to an NDSU football game. Elena Christensen from rural Campbell, Minnesota, accomplished that goal last year, and now she's doing it again, working to get tickets for the home game on November 9th. Season ticket holders will donate some of the tickets. Others will be purchased. Christensen set up a GoFundMe page with a $2,000 goal. She already has $200.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
Well, here's a viewer photo from earlier today. The storms that rolled through northern North Dakota and are now moving through northern Minnesota did drop some hail. This is from Jim Johnson in Park River. You can see some small ones there around dime size, but some nickel sized hailstones there he was holding in his hand. So that's pretty much what we saw across the board with those storms to the north, was mainly smaller hail with some pockets of that larger nickel sized hail. Those storms have now pushed into Beltrami County and Lake of the Woods County, but they are moving quickly about 40 to 50 miles per hour toward the south and east. And you can see most of that lightning is north of I-94, so that's where the more intense storms are. The storms that were moving through Fargo and even through Stutsman County, those have showed less lightning, which means they're weakening. So that's good news for those folks here in Fargo. Moorhead may still get a spit of rainfall here, especially in West Fargo, but the main thunderstorm activity where we could still get some small hail and gusty winds is north of Bemidji, south of Baudette, where you see northern Beltrami to central Beltrami County there. And just north and east of Fosston is where we do have another pocket of some lightning and even some heavier rainfall. Again, small hail, gusty winds not out of the question. And you can see down near West Fargo, you do see some moisture there, so maybe a spit of rainfall there in Lisbon, maybe some light to moderate rainfall there in Lisbon, but those are pushing toward the south, and they're not severe, or no severe storms on our map at this time. And we've actually been downgraded from a marginal risk of severe weather now to a general risk of storms. So that's a 0 out of 5 on the severe weather risk scale. So good news for those folks as you head off to bed this evening. Cooler air, though, is behind this front. 56 in Minot, 55 in Devil's Lake, 51 in Thief River Falls at this time. Rain cooled 51. But we will start to see that cooler air moving in quickly, and that will set the stage for a cool day tomorrow. 62 degrees right now in Hector. We do have some clouds around the the dew point 52 degrees, so we will see temperatures dropping to those lower 50s overnight. So we could see some patchy fog in a few spots where the wind isn't as prevalent, but by and large things will be fairly quiet overnight once those showers clear. The west wind, though, will be busy tonight and tomorrow as well. On our hour by hour, we'll see that westerly wind kick in the morning hours, maybe say around 10 to 20 miles per hour in the morning. Maybe an isolated raindrop here or there tomorrow morning, but 40s and 50s to start the day with some upper 40s. Wouldn't be surprised to see some temperatures near 40, especially in our northern neighborhoods. But then as we go through the lunchtime hour, you see that westerly wind kick in. You can see it there, anywhere from 15 to 30 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. But I expect plenty of dry time, plenty of sun, but we could see a passing afternoon shower for us, but it'll be a splash and dash type shower. So maybe keep the umbrella on hand just in case one of those splash and dash showers does affect you. But things will then quiet down once the sun sets and we lose any instability from the sun. Lower 60s for those highs tomorrow. There's that northwest wind from 15 to 30 miles per hour, so it will be a breezy one tomorrow. And your Hometown forecast shows 50s in our Minnesota counties, but we're in the lower 60s up and down the valley and into North Dakota. Beautiful shot from Warroad, Minnesota, and Roseau County. Beautiful sunrise there, and you can see we'll be in the 60s tomorrow, 60s for Thursday, and 60s for Friday also. Then we drop to the 50s for the weekend with the best chance of weekend rain on Sunday.
Keep the umbrella handy.
Keep it handy, yes.
Thanks.
Coming up next on Valley News Live 10 at 10, Speaker Nancy Pelosi announces the House is launching a formal impeachment inquiry into President Trump. What we know so far, still ahead.